What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. On today's video, we're going to be changing the oil pressure sensor on a 2015 Chrysler 200C. So the replacement should be quick and easy, but I just wanted to do a video in case any of you need to do this in the future. You can kind of see what it's like and get an idea of the tools and things you'll need to do. Also, if you're new to the channel, please do consider subscribing if you want to see more content like this. Also, hit that like button and let's go ahead and jump right into it. Alright guys, so first we're going to get underneath here and take off the splash guard. So far it's how many of these? 4 on the front?
4.
10 millimeter?
10 millimeter.
Okay.
Here, 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 and here.
Okay. So to take this splash guard out, it's 10 of these 10 millimeter bolts. I mean, you got 2 up there, 1, 2, and then 1 here, and 1 there on that side, and then you got 4 down here. And another 1 there and there. So right there's the sensor. You see the red tab on the left side. So all I did was use a flathead small one, and I went ahead and I pushed it from this side. Oh, that rotor is hot. From this right side, I pushed it and it popped out the left side there. Now I'm gonna stick this in there and wedge it out to take the red tab out, and then we should be able to pull this out with our hand. We're gonna push on this down here with our thumb and pull it out. All right, so there's the sensor. I ended up pulling the red tab all the way out by accident, but it didn't seem like it broke it or anything. It looks like you can just take it out all the way. I'll show you that in a second. So I went in there. It's kind of hard to show you with my hand in there, but I went in there, I pinched the bottom right here where it is. I pinched that and pulled the sensor out. So right now it's halfway out. I just kind of wanted to show you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and pull out the plug. Sorry, not the sensor. I'll pull out the plug right now completely. And here is the red tab that came out. You see, as you can see, it's not really broken or anything. It just came off. But that's what's stopping you from pushing in on the plug. So, all right. So now you see there, it is completely out. Alright guys, so if you can see all the way over there, we took out the sensor. It was a 1 1/16 socket that we used to get in there. Now we did use some adapters and things to really work in here because there's not a lot of space to work with. So this is the, where is it? A 1/2 inch drive ratchet with a 3-inch extension would be perfect, but if not, try to create what you can. Here we used an adapter, a 3/8 to 1/2 adapter, and we're using about a 6-inch extension here. Just make it work, I guess. That's about the length you need.
Where'd you hide my beer?
Oh, under the car. And you can see there, 1 1/16 socket. The sensor's inside there. We just took it out. A little bit of oil came out. You definitely want to let the car cool down. The engine's still hot, but everything's done. We're gonna let it cool off a little bit, put the new one in, and just reverse the steps. So here's the new sensor. And I forgot to mention this, but the best way to get to it, we took out the front passenger wheel. We were gonna try from underneath, but found this to be a lot easier. So didn't mention that, but in case you couldn't figure it out, just let you know. That rotor's hot too, guys. So if you're not letting stuff cool down, make sure you're putting stuff on there to cover it. So you see right there past the light, the new sensor is in now. We just fit it snug. If you want the correct torque specs,
3/4 turns or so.
Snug plus a 3/4 turn or so. If you want the torque specs, you're gonna have to use Google for that. We don't have a torque wrench that fits in there, so just going with snug right now. Yeah, so that's it. All right, so we put the plug back in. I had to put the red tab back in the plug there, and then plug it in. You're gonna hear it click, and then you want to push the red tab all the way through from left to right, as you see it in the video. Now there's a lip on the left side. That's where you want the lip to be, so that when you're pushing it from left to right, it'll stop with the lip, just so you can kind of know which way the red tab is supposed to go. But it should only fit one way. If you have it upside down, it should not work. So that's how you can tell if you have it in right. Now that that's plugged in, we're gonna start the car, see if the check engine light goes away before we start putting everything else, which is just the wheel and the splash guard to put back on, and then we're done. So let's go ahead and check that out. So we ended up taking the car around the block. The check engine light came off, hasn't come on since, so everything looks good. The install actually was a lot easier than we thought. It was pretty easy to get to from the wheel. You do have to like maneuver a little bit in there, so it could be a little tricky, but it's definitely possible to do. Also guys, if you found this video helpful, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks.